thing is, if they buying into some of that stuff, then they've adapted as well. So it's kind of like if we're not used to that, then it's kind of like, damn, that's crazy, you know? Like
But I'm saying, a decent proposal players club.
yeah.
Uh,
It was a way
we
to do things, but it was a way to do things with now it's just like whatever.
yeah. So here's this. Back in the day, women didn't eat suck dick because it was unladylike, but they was losing their husbands to the street girl.
No, they
Now,
did that. They did that back in the day.
no, back in the
Yep.
day, that was a nasty woman disease. That was the only nasty women. Did you
Not
hear?
what back in the day. Not in my back in the day.
No, that's
That
what
was,
I'm
Yeah.
saying. That's what I'm saying. But like my parents and her parents, you wasn't wearing red lipstick unless you was sucking dick. So now,
right. I got you.
Oh
everybody
yeah.
talking about it
I got
like,
you. Yeah.
and we talk about it like we can say it. We've been talking about it. You walk up to a girl and you say, "Hey, I want you." Hey, you was getting a date. Now you got to. Now you got to do the groceries. Now you got to do all kind of stuff. So I'm just saying it to
Okay,
me.
okay. Even if you right there, like how much have you adapted to that though? How much are you doing like so much different than you were when you were in the middle of it all, when it
No,
was
see, I didn't
pop
like
that
it.
pussy?
I didn't like it then, so I didn't like it. I don't like it now. But I'm saying it's not like it's gotten worse. That's what I'm saying. To me, it ain't got no worse. It's a. So if you think about it, 200 people was gonna listen to Pop That Pussy because ain't nobody could buy CDs. They was $24.99, and if you wasn't stealing them, then the next time you could hear it, you was downloading off LimeWire. By the time that come around, you could get it. You could listen to iPods. Now you listen to music for. Think about it. You ain't never heard since I want to say 2010. You ain't heard shit about a leaked CD.
Right. But I'm with you.
No.
That's advancements in technology.
And so
And
advancements means
Yeah.
we used to it, and more people have access. That's I think the difference. What we
right,
see.
but our what I'm saying is if we can use the BBL, right? So our age group, they're getting that as well. You know what I'm saying? Like they moving with that as well. Like so they didn't just say, well, it's just getting bad for the generation to come. It's like, nah, I'm gonna partake in this too. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm
Because that's the
Yep.
that's the one of the prices with it is back in the day
right.
nobody could get grills. You had to be balling to get a grill. Now everybody can I guess the thing that I'm looking at is the marketing as
Oh
it
no,
becomes.
absolutely. You gonna win that all day.
Yeah,
It's a
Yeah.
reason. Now, is there a reason for it all?
yeah.
Absolutely. You know
It
what I'm
becomes
saying? Like
affordable.
I
You could
I
get a
get why it
BBL
happened.
for $500. Do you know
Yeah,
how
I
many
get
people
why.
spend their taxes on BBLs? I
Hmm.
mean, but if you think
Hey,
about it, back in the day,
speaking of taxes and BBLs, what y'all think gonna go on with Diddy?
he should go to Diddy might go up under the jail.
Well, I don't know how many
You
deals
think so?
I don't know how many deals he gonna be able to make, bro. Like
But
that's
here's the thing though. It
mm,
depends, and I'm gonna say it like this because I believe Diddy, Trump, uh, Al Sharpton, TD Jakes. I believe they got some people's secrets that's
yeah.
gonna keep them a little protected.
Hmm.
Because if you think about it, presidency is not about
I
power.
kind
It's
of feel
about
that way too.
who's influence. Like scandal. Who do you know? Who can you manipulate? What can you pull up on somebody to stay relevant or powerful? But no, Diddy. It depends because if they get that Cat Williams in them and they don't care no more,
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
it's to the wall.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a funny feeling though. I just have a funny feeling that somehow he gonna escape most of this.
Nah, I
I
can't
could
see
just feel
that.
it, bro. I feel like
Even
I
if he
feel like
do,
some kind
but
of
yeah,
way.
even if he does though, Salih, I think it won't make a difference, man. It's like what's already happened.
Did you read the 73-page document?
I'm
Dog,
I haven't.
Nah.
it's
I
I
haven't.
just got it out of a group, bruh. It's it's so wild because
Mm,
it's him, his cousin or brothers in it, his managers. The problem is this, and this is what I think is one of them other things is how many people in the industry does he have ties to? Because if you bring down a Diddy, do you bring down an Usher that come with Diddy? Do you
I
get
Oh, it's gonna
mean,
be a whole lot of jokers go
yeah, it
down
can
by
become a
bringing him down.
it can become a Rico. You
it
know
could
what
be
I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's,
real quick.
it's a
Yeah.
yeah, it's definitely, but I think the country is Ross said it, he said you got to destroy before you could elevate. I think we ready for a civil
Yeah,
war. Even if it's I mean,
yeah,
no, we're not ready. Okay, what I'm saying is this: us black people, we not ready
Right. I
for
know what you're saying. It just
violence.
yeah.
We want
I know what
we
you're saying.
want a war to break out that we don't have to participate in.
I know what you're saying.
We
Yeah.
want to change,
I got
Yeah.
but it's
Yeah.
time.
well,
It's
yeah. I just wanted to hear a little bit about Diddy because it's all over the place. But the
oh
reason
yeah,
we are here tonight is honest conversation with these questions that have been coming in. We put it out there that people could ask any question that they wanted to, and we would give them honest answers, very blunt and direct, no sugarcoating. And a lot of questions came in, fellas. A whole lot of 'em. I wrote down, I think about 20 or 21 of them. I just picked through. I don't know if we'll get through all of them. It just depends on how deep this goes. But
this need to be a one. This need to be a once a month series where we
hey,
just
bro, it we'll see what happens. But it might have to come back next week the way those questions were looking. But before I before I go with question number one, let's jump in the comments. Mr. Atkinson said to the earlier conversation, women were tasked to be saintly until marriage, but had to satisfy like a woman in the street. It was an unbalanced requirement. Yeah, it's definitely unbalanced when I guess you're asking somebody to do something that they have no knowledge of doing or no experience. So yeah, I can see how.
or
But
you just
question number one.
all right. Let's go.
Go ahead,
let
Mark.
me ask you this before you get started, Salih, before you get started, real quick.
Yeah.
Like, can I see are the comments coming in or something like that? Was that one of those?
Click on the comments to the
Oh
in the
yeah,
box.
that's that one.
Y'all gotta
That one
help me
came
out.
in on YouTube. That comment was on YouTube.
Okay. Yeah, I couldn't see that for whatever reason.
Yeah, see the
Mr. Akita
problem
Hunt
is
in the building. We ain't seen you in a long time. Glad to see you. But yeah, if some questions come up while we on live, if we can get to them, I'll pull them up on the screen or
What
whatever.
you on, Mark? What you on? You on YouTube?
Sure.
no, I'm on
You on
the
StreamYard?
StreamYard and I
Yeah, he
clicked on
on.
the comments so I could see there's a private chat and then there's a comments. And
I
so I
got you.
clicked on the comments.
I got you. I was on private chat. See, that's why see.
Oh, see, there you go.
There
You
you
got
go.
it
Yeah,
now, though,
he
right?
was talking private, so we
Okay.
You know, I didn't know what was going on. I was like, why I ain't see none of this? That's what's up.
All right. Question number one: why is it so easy for men to leave a woman to care for the children by herself? Basically asking, why is it easy for men to get women pregnant and they have the baby and the man just bounce? My answer to this is uh pretty short, sweet. When a man leaves a woman with the children and does it in a quick manner, there is he has absolutely no attachment to the woman or the child. That's the only way that can happen. Because for a father that does have an attachment, the word easy needs to leave there. Because something like that is not easy unless there's absolutely no emotional attachment to the mother or the child.
I would
What you
go a
fellas think?
different I would go a different route and say the reason why it becomes easy is because you've put him in a predicament where he has to show you what type of man he is. I have to honor my word. It's gonna be either me and the kids or you gonna do that. You've made it easy for me to now say, all right, I may have presented it to you in the beginning, and so I wanted you to input. But when you give anybody an ultimatum that makes them have to choose with something that they against their dream or their responsibility, it's easy to choose the other side. I mean, even if there's been times where I've been put in that position where either we gonna be together or this. Well, then I'm gonna choose this. I mean, don't let me go through my decisions. Let me go through my progression. Let me go through my understanding and reasoning. But when you put the sticks to me, I think women leave out that part when they say, "Why is it easy?" They forget the push or the all the events that led up to that moment.
Yeah, I say,
Yeah,
man, sleep.
the events are normally always left out though.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. So that's
Yeah.
it ain't easy. It's easier because you forgot to say all the other stuff.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Salid, man, you had that conversation before, and I think even on one of the shows, and I think personally, like, it's exactly what you're saying. Like for me, what I found is it's the time and the bond that's created, and once mothers get an opportunity to do that by nature. It's by default because the child is actually growing inside of her, so she's developing all of these feelings and emotions for the child. That if a father is separated from the mother, then there's a disconnect that's already there. So he's not developing the same connection to that child that the mother is throughout even the pregnancy. So yeah, it's important for guys or for situations to be where the mother and the father can be in a relationship or a good space to where they can share in that and develop some of that bond at the same time with one another, because it's just that big of a thing. And once you develop that bond as a mother or a father, it becomes a little bit harder to break. But a lot of guys, we're on the outs with our baby mamas, so we don't develop that, and then she does, and then it's just it becomes a lot. But like I said, we talked about that on one of the shows, and
Yeah.
it's complicated like that. Like it's just the bond, because once you have that bond, even as a father, y'all know, you know what I mean. Like it's like you
Even
you
if
you
it's
do the
easy,
same things.
yeah, I can see it.
You do the same things that how we hear in our community, how the mother is like a lion, she ain't finna let nothing happen to her kids. It becomes
Hmm.
that same thing for men with the bond piece that's created that we might not get if we are on the outs with our baby moms during the pregnancy. So
That's fair.
you gotta create that connection, so
Yeah.
like even when I was saying, like, you know what I mean, as a young guy, it's like, hey man, do whatever you can to keep that bond, because once you get it, it's there, it's stuck. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Absolutely. Question number 2. Do you think finances should be kept separate in a marriage? Um, I think there was a time where it was kind of understood, or like a unwritten rule, that finances would just come together and there would be one account and all this and that. But I think everybody needs their own money because everybody wants to do different things. You got different personalities, you got different desires, you got different hobbies, stuff like that. I think one main account, there's nothing wrong with that. But I still think there should be some, and a lot of people might not like this, but I think there should be some individuality still present.
Yeah.
What
There
y'all
ain't
think?
nothing for me to comment on. I agree with that. I want to surprise you. I don't want you being able to look at the account to say that. Or if I got something that I want to invest in, and you tripping, and I don't agree, I don't want to we fighting because now you took my money and all of that. I think, or if you
Yeah.
invest in something that I don't agree in, I don't want to be. So I think there's a his or hers and a ours.
Yeah, I mean,
And that's
makes
exactly what
yeah, it makes perfect
that's
sense.
exactly
Yeah.
what was being said right here.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you
Yeah,
agree with that, Dre?
yeah, it makes to me, it makes perfect sense, because I mean, I'm big about my space, bro. Like I just always feel like there should be some level of my independence, regardless. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, yeah, I need my own bank account too.
Well, the other
You know?
thing legally is if it's there and she decides to take it off, or he decides to take it off under the legal statutes, they did not steal from you. So
Yeah.
you out here
No.
trusting, and you got 400,000, and she decides that she need all 400,000. See that? So I think for the sake of protecting
Right.
her life, it's best.
Well,
It's best we don't do nothing like that.
but okay, but do you think that sometimes that's really about the breadwinner a little bit? You know what I'm
No,
saying? Like, does it change for the
no, well,
breadwinner?
not for me, because even if it's your money, like, all right, here we go with this scenario with the two scenarios that we just had. If the kid, you leave it with the kid, and now you feel entitled to leave, or I leave and you gonna lock me out of my money? Oh
Yeah.
no, no, no.
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying.
You
It's
better
too
stay
much.
then.
Right, but so now I got to stay under the guiles that you was
Yeah.
gonna keep my bread, so that creates
Hey,
deceit and
that's
resentment.
probably where the whole song came from. It's cheaper to keep her.
Right.
That's probably where that whole entire concept came from.
Well, no,
And
see, I
even be,
added to it because they didn't lead. It's cheaper to keep her emotionally. It's cheaper to keep her socially. There's a lot more to that. For the right amount of money, I get rid of you. I mean, for real.
boy, you crazy, bro.
I'm being honest. For the right
But
amount of
you
money,
what's that fella that was in, man? That ain't, I'm laughing, but it ain't even funny, bro. What's the fella
no,
from the
And I know
Panthers?
who you're talking about too. I know who you're
Yeah,
talking about. Ray Caruth.
David Ray Caruth. I'm gonna say David Caruth,
yeah,
but Ray
Ray
Caruth.
Caruth.
Yeah, yeah.
bruh.
You
If she
sound
just
But
wild, Mark. You gotta calm down, bro.
yeah,
we
we
having
gonna go to the next question
we
so
being
he can
honest.
calm
You
down.
take my money
But
out,
we
it's a
did
wrap.
say honest conversation.
Hey, man,
We
You
did
your
say
words,
honest
not mine.
conversation.
So here's the
So
okay. I'd add a whole nother
yeah,
question.
we gonna
You
go
took
on.
100,000.
We
What
gonna
you
go
doing?
on.
You let her go?
Who, me?
Huh?
You
Who,
take
me?
100,000 out the bank
100,000.
account. Y'all been saving it. It's y'all's. You ain't got no
Yeah,
others. It's yours. And she
I'm gonna
she
figure
just
it out, Mark. Mark, I'm gonna figure it out, bro. I'm not gonna do
Yeah.
that though. I'm not gonna
okay.
do that. I'm gonna
That's
figure it
not
We
out.
got.
enough to crash out on.
Nah, I'm not gonna do that.
I'm not
That's a
gonna crash out, but I'm
That's
gonna
not
crash.
enough to crash out.
yeah, I'm
I'm
not
gonna
gonna do
crash.
that.
I ain't gonna crash
Yeah,
out.
I can't do.
100,000.
Okay,
Boy,
now
You know what, Mark? 100,000 right now, though, bro. Come on, now, be clear. It's some
cash,
change, but
bro.
cash is a lot better than just have. You know what I mean? Like, I get that, but it ain't
She
worth,
walked,
man. No,
she walked into
Mm-mm.
the bank
it ain't
and
worth
got.
it.
She got it, bro. She got it. I get it back. I'm gonna get it back. I'm gonna get it back. Either, you know what I mean, from
Yeah,
her or
yeah.
something. I'm gonna get it back.
Y'all
I'm
don't
gonna
You
get
can
listen
get
to
it
rap
back.
like I do because he said get it back in blood.
it. Yeah, that's it. It is. That rap music got you. That rap music got you
That
fussed
rap
up, my
music
boy.
do it to you.
Yes, sir.
Because
Okay,
that's what I'm
question
doing.
number next question. Next question. Do you feel that most men find it hard to be emotionally vulnerable?
No, I I I I think they find it hard to display it, but I think men know how to do it. Doing it in public or doing it with somebody. We done all cry. We done all been and she done took 100,000 and you in the car riding to your next destination crying, crocodile
Yeah.
tears, snotting, and all of that. I can do that. I know what my emotions are right now.
Mm.
When I get to the next house, to my mama house or to the house she used to live at, am I going to display that? Can I call my mans and tell? Because my fellas, people who know me, I'm gonna let them know I'm hurt. I'm da da da. But letting people like, or I might mask it because I got a plan and I don't want nobody going down with me. I'm gonna be. I don't think we. I think it's hard to show it. I don't want nobody to know the plan.
What do you think, Ray?
Hey, man, I'm a pretty. I think vulnerable might be the wrong word for me, but I am like, yeah, I wear it. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like the crime part
Yeah.
and all that, that's different. But it is what it is with me. And I have a very, very hard time of hiding whatever it is I'm feeling. So I mean, you're gonna get that with me. So I don't have a hard time. Maybe from a guy standpoint, it probably is a little tough because shit, from even the stuff that I see, online and stuff like that, man, it's gotta be tough. You know what I mean? If you're not like truly confident in yourself and know who you are, and and can't nobody knock you off your square, then it probably would be tough because everybody trying to keep you from doing that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody trying to keep you from
But
being the
when
person.
you think about pros, though, think about NBA pros. They lose the championship, so that's what I'm saying. I think it's harder to, I don't know, because you see them crying
No,
and breaking down, and
no,
they going through.
and that's literally because the emotions are there. It's just, but for some guys, I think like they afraid. You know what I mean? Based upon society and how it looks at them, if they are showing those
You saying
vulnerabilities. Yeah, but we all, like you said, we all got them. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that I want to make sure everybody understand that just because it don't look like we feel, or we feel like we feel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like guys, we feel like ain't no real secret amongst guys. Now we don't talk about that heavy amongst each other, but it come up every now and then. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we'll have those conversations.
We do. You got your partner like, nah, bro, you tripping. You being too. You doing. We don't say it in emotional words. We say it like, bro, you ain't even standing on business with your kids. I mean, we say it in a guy. Because I think it's just to people who gonna use it against us.
Right. And sometimes we as
And
black
that's what,
men, we
and
feel like everybody gonna use it against us. You know what I mean? Like as black guys, like we feel we're a little nervous about it in general because that's just how they lay it out for us. But go ahead, Salik. My bad.
and unfortunately, I think that how a lot of times women can be done a certain kind of way, right? And they can be dogged out, but yet continue to date, continue to, get men. They can get dogged out 10 times in a row, and they're still going to go out there for that 11th time of trying. The issue with vulnerability with men is sometimes if we are emotionally vulnerable and it's to a woman and it's rejected or used against us, that one time will stop a whole lot of future acts of being vulnerable when it comes to emotionally with a
I think
lot of men, because
I think
they get in their head. Most men aren't vulnerable because they're thinking about what's going to come after. What is this person going to think about me? What is this group of people going to or are they going to use it against me? Is my woman going to feel like I'm less than a man? We as men think outside of the right now when it comes to things like that.
I see. I think I think that's because I see a lot of men get up. You say they do it. I think both genders do it. You know what I'm saying? Because men will get rejected by a girl and go holler at her friend. So I think it just
No, we
depends.
talking about being emotionally vulnerable though.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I
We're not
think
talking
some
about hollering at somebody.
right. No, that's what I'm saying. I think you men. I think it's just both people do that when they get some women get knocked upside the head, and every man emotionally got to pay for that. I'll never trust another man again in my life. I mean, I think we both. I think the level of emotional maturity depends on how you're gonna respond to it. But I think we both do that.
Yeah.
To a degree.
Mr. Atkinson said depending on how much money a man makes determines his ability to display emotions sometimes. Yeah, I'll tell you, money can sometimes be like liquid courage. Cause there are a lot of guys, bro. If they make a good amount of money, them jokers get kind of bold and they, get a little looser with the emotions and stuff like that. I've seen it in action.
But it's tied to everything for guys though, like our money, like it's tied to everything. So
yeah,
if you got money, I hate to say it, but if you got real money, you can do kind of whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that's the foundation, unfortunately, seemingly the foundation for most things.
I would say it depends on the manipulation scheme. And the reason why I say that, I say manipulation because manipulation is good as bad or bad. It depends on how well you are with your partner. If your partner is out to use you, then or to get you, like that one lady who she just gotta get her hooks and daddy 51 million. If you going down a rabbit hole like a game, then I think it's gonna make. But if you got money and she's really there for you, I think men tend to cut loose if they don't know, if the other side ain't playing them, playing them. If you get a sense that you being played, then it's
Yeah.
hard. You know you not being, or you don't feel like you being played. I think we done all sat in a confession booth for the front car, like, I don't know if I can make it. And then you just seem like the only person in my corner. So I mean, it just depends on how well she in your, what game she's spitting. For real. That's for me, that's what I think would do. Your vulnerability is based on the game she's spitting to you.
I mean, not mine, but like,
Yeah, I was about to say mine is dependent upon just how comfortable I am.
Right.
Because
That's what
some things, no matter what the other person is doing, what I'm saying is some things, no matter what the other person is doing, if it's inherently who you are, you're just gonna be that way anyway. Because I don't mind sharing and things like that. And if, let's say, the woman is totally rejecting everything, I mean one of those hard concrete stomping in Tim boots kind of rejection, like, man, I want to hear that. I want to hear that. You soft, da da da. If I gotta say something, I'm still gonna say it. If I'm feeling a certain type of way and it's like, hey, I don't appreciate blah blah
absolutely.
blah, or this makes me feel something, 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 I'm gonna say it regardless.
I mean,
Now,
I don't really care. Like, I'm telling you, I have a hard time of hiding what I'm like, what's real to me. I just have a hard time hiding it. Like, and
yeah,
I do it, but I have a very, very difficult time of doing it. So if it's something, yeah, I'm gonna let you know what's going on, and I don't care what. Nope, I don't really care what nobody think. To be honest with you, that's me. I want to speak on some of these questions from a general standpoint too, because I know
and
other guys. Hold on,
yeah.
I know other guys that's not necessarily the case for them. You know what I mean? But so I want to speak on behalf of them too. But me personally, I'm gonna say that's just me, bro. Like, that's how I'm made. I know everybody kind of different. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But
And I represent the guys who I think is that I'm gonna keep my emotions
mhm,
from you or not
mhm,
share them until you make me feel comfortable. And the more you like, I'm gonna have them. And
mhm.
I think for me to gauge is if it's really hard, I'm gonna speak it no matter what. But some of the deeper ones, you gotta dig. We gotta dig together. We gotta go through some time. And if I see you putting in that work, then I'll open up that chamber of me. So that's what I guess what I'm saying is, if
Yeah.
it's really high,
yeah,
you get it. But if you want the in depth, what happened to you when you were 8? No, we got to travel some roads before you find
Yeah.
out that.
Yeah.
yep. This
For sure.
this next question that was, at what points do you say enough is enough when it comes to attempts at co-parenting when one of the parents offer nothing positive to the situation, especially if they use those attempts for access to the other parent?
But I can tell, look, before you get started,
Did y'all
but
understand that question,
I
or
can
you want me to
tell,
read
look,
it
before
again?
you get started, but I can tell that, like you can literally tell when the bulk of the questions come, like regardless, come from
That's a woman. That's a
come
woman
from
question.
women. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can tell when it sound like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could just pick up on, oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I see where you're
Yeah.
going with this. Yeah, y'all got it though. Y'all got it.
For me, and from a
And
man.
I say my answer to this one is I think the at the point where um at the point where that particular parent is offering nothing positive, that's when you say enough is enough. Because at the end of the day, at the beginning and the end of the day, when you're a parent, it's all about the kids. It's all about what's best for them. So at any point where that other parent is not offering anything positive and it's not moving in a direction that's best for the kid, I mean, if all they're trying to do is get with the other parent, then that has nothing to do with the child. So enough is enough then. They had that opportunity before y'all got pregnant.
Mm. I got a little.
What you
Maybe I
think, Mark?
wanted them. I got a little bit more time and a little bit more money. So if once the courts get involved, because I'm gonna make it legal, and enough is enough when the judge can't correct you. When you find yourself in contempt of court, that's when enough is enough. Other than because if I've tried, because my thing is let's try for the sake of the kid, then it's let's try for the sake of staying out of court. Then I'm gonna turn you over to your reprobate mind. I'm gonna just go ahead and file the
Yeah.
charges, get whatever county I'm in at the time to see if they can't help you understand. I think that to me, I think people have switched it. Child support legal systems ought to be the last resort. People have taken that as the first resort. But for me, I'm gonna try with you. Matter of fact, the reason why I say that is because I got a kid who I told her, "Hey, we're gonna do this," and I told her eventually we just sat down and drew up legal documents, and in the legal documents it says if you falter on this, I'm taking this kid from you, lock, block, and sterile and barrel. And so I think the problem is we don't look at it from a contractual agreement. I'm letting your moral contract go first, but if I have to, I'll get the law involved.
All right. So what was the question again? Like,
You want to add something to that, Dre?
yeah. What was the question? Like,
At what point
I
is
just
it
want to,
you
I just want to
done?
make sure I understand. Yeah, I want to make sure I'm clear.
Pretty much at what point do you say enough is enough when either the mother or the father aren't adding anything positive to the situation, and the only reason they're pretty much communicating with you is to try to get you back into bed?
First of all, I want to say who has that shit.
I
I
I'm
know you're not
purposely
gonna
not
say,
attaching
but
any
no, I
names.
know because
People with that good.
yeah, because here's my problem. Like my first issue is I don't really know. Like I don't do no whole lot of going back. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of hard for me to even
Yeah.
think about that. But like I don't know, man. Like yeah, we can move on. I like your answer, Mark. You know what I'm saying? I like your answer.
Take you to court. Court stopper. Listen, don't nothing stop foolishness like a subpoena.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have them. Like it's tough because I'm telling you, like I don't double back like that. So I don't know. I don't know what people
No,
feel.
I've had them double back, but the problem is when I'm done, I'm done. And if you can't get them done, oh, when that sheriff show up to your house, why you calling him? I'm, I'm
Mark, you
done.
hey, you a bad,
Well,
you a bad. Hey, I ain't gonna say it on YouTube,
hey,
but you're a bad
you
one, bro.
already know Mark called them boys quick.
They
We ain't
call them
even
now.
gonna get back into
Oh,
that,
They
but
call
after you tell them, listen, I'd have been in the position to where they tell you don't come around, and then the next thing you know, you got them Christmas lights following you. Like, oh, you mean don't come back at all?
Damn, yeah,
yeah.
that's crazy.
But next question: can men and women have a friendship without either party wanting more? Yes, they can. I mean, I think all of us on this panel are living proof that that can happen. We all have, you know, women that are friends, and it's just that. Now, I think it's only deemed as rare because I think people a lot of times take what they see in their immediate, viewpoint and make that a general thing. Like if they can see 3 or 4 people that have friends of the opposite sex and they end up sleeping together, and they turn that into "Oh, this is the masses" type of thing when that's just not the case.
I think we should. Now, I'll be honest. I got some friends that
You think we should
I,
what?
I think
What?
we should.
Yeah, finish that.
I think we have friends that we should not sleep with. I mean,
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I think there's two problems with this because I don't have no friends that I'm not necessarily have attraction to. Like I don't go out and meet unattractive women like, oh, we could be friends.
Wait, so wait, Mark. So you saying you don't have any that you're not attracted to? That's what you said.
They have an attraction to, whether it be we're friends because I like the way you think.
It could be simple.
Yeah,
right?
it's
Yeah,
simple.
I was about to say, are your friendships based off the looks of the woman?
Sometimes they based off the looks. Like I got some. There have been women who are not attractive, and I don't want to get, because I think my second part to it is. Yeah, okay, maybe I don't need to come on. Maybe I don't need to come on Honest Day. Maybe I need to come on.
No, you in the right
place. No, you need to say that. No, you need to just say that.
I just want to be clear. I just want to be clear, though. What you're saying is,
I'm saying is,
and this is the third time I'm asking, only because I want to be 100% clear. I don't want nobody to get the wrong idea about your answer. So you're saying, are you saying that your friends, when it comes to women, part of the prerequisite to be Mark James St. Patrick's friend is they have to be attractive?
Absolutely.
That's what you said. That's literally like in a roundabout way. That's exactly what you said.
Not a roundabout. Direct.
That a straight way.
Listen, because here's the truth is, here's the real truth with this. I'm not gonna be friends with a broke woman. I'm not gonna be friends with a person who don't travel. I'm not gonna be friends with an unintelligent, because basically what you're gonna do is this friendship gonna become lopsided, or it's gonna become, you're gonna take advantage of my friendship. So birds of a feather.
You feel like they're gonna become like a burden.
Yeah, you're not a friend. Because you be like, Mark, why can't I get no good boyfriend?
Yeah.
If you're unattractive, you want me to tell you the truth?
I mean, I'm with you, Mark. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like everybody around me too. Like, it is what it is. Like, I don't bring them in unless I seen something.
But the difference,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. The difference, though, Dre, is that just coincidence that the women friends that you have just happen to be attractive, or are you deliberately saying, okay, you can't be my friend unless you're pretty?
No, it's not deliberate at all with me. It's just more so like vibes, like whatever that is created. Like when I met you, we was on that. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't just, and I'm like, just looking back, I just don't have no whole lot of female friends because probably for that reason. Like,
I just don't. Mine is deliberate. It's a deliberate.
I know what you want, Mark.
I
know what you want.
Yeah, I can't do it.
I know what you want. But for me, it's just like I mean, I'm not like, it ain't even a trip when I say I haven't had many female friends in my entire life. If I said, okay, I mean, if I said you was a friend and you was a woman, like I don't know if I ever said that. Like for real, I don't know if I ever said that. Like,
so the other thing for me is, a friend is a person I'm never gonna cross the line with. So when you are my friend, you are somebody I'm never gonna cross the line with, and for me, I got to be able to stand up for you and tell you the truth. So I can't tell you there's certain calipers I just can't put my circle in because my stamp got to go on this.
Mm-hmm.
And if I don't, I can't put my stamp on you. And if I can't put my stamp on you, ain't no need to making you think you got a friend in me.
And I'm a pretty damn good friend. Like
I'm a good friend, so ain't no.
I'm a good friend, but it's just like I'm just saying, like I can only speak for what has happened. Like for me, I just ain't had a whole lot of female friends. The line might get crossed.
No, I can't. Because see, the thing for me is, and here's the other part is, because when I get in a relationship, and you call me as a friend, she gonna have to be able to trust that I'm going to this fine girl's house and not sleep with her. So it's got to be. I see female friends the same way as I see my male friends. I don't rock with ugly dudes. We're not gonna be in no circle together.
Now you're going too far, Mark.
I can't be your wing. Okay,
I don't know.
I don't even
I've
care
had,
about none of that when it comes to them niggas. Like,
yeah, I've
like,
had
I
women.
care about
I've
attractive
had
dudes.
women
Man.
literally.
nah.
I've
I
had
mean, I
women
know.
literally ask me before about stuff like that. Like I've been places with certain friends, and then after the fact, a woman say something like, how y'all how y'all end up being friends or whatever?" And I'm like, "What you mean?" They was like, "Y'all look like y'all. I mean, he don't look like." I'm like, "Yo, who?" At the time, I was like, "Who gains friends off of looks, though?" Well,
Yeah,
now we see it's a thing, but I'm like,
I
I don't
don't.
think like that, man. I don't think like that when I'm looking at friendships and stuff like that. I just
Yeah, out
it's
of natural
it's a lot of things
selection.
that I factor into being a friend of mine, and looks are nowhere on the list.
Yeah, out of natural selection, it just kind of work out. Like it's like my
Yeah,
homeboys.
it
I don't know
so
how them.
happens.
I don't know how them niggas look. To be honest with you, but they get hoes. That's how I look at it. Like I know they do that, and that's cool. Like
These are two
okay,
friends of mine. I have decent looking friends. If
it
one
is.
of y'all look busted, I'm
You wouldn't be
like
on here. You would have
at
You
all,
declined
wouldn't
this
be on
shit
here.
tonight.
at all, bro. You not finna put me
Cut
in the
the
social.
shit, bro.
I'm
Cut the
dead
shit.
ass, bro.
Mark.
Listen, I can't do it. It's too much, bro. The
So
stuff every chick.
ultimately, if
Here's the
one of
thing:
us looked like Legion, you wouldn't have accepted the invite.
the truth is this, and here's the thing:
What's the
every
truth?
chick knows she got that one chick she could go out that make her look shine better. That
That's the
like
shit
you
I'm on. I want
no
that chick. That's the chick I
no
like. Like I like that chick like to be
no
with me.
no.
Her.
I'm saying she got like the 3 friends who are a size
Yeah.
12, and then they got the one friend who's a 24 that they roll out with.
Chicks do that
I'm
on purpose. They chicks will find some, it'd be like a one and then a couple and or 3.
yeah,
Like,
and then
damn,
they
how
be like,
you
she's got a good heart. No, what I'm doing is this. Me and my fellows, we gonna roll out. We all 7s, and whoever pull that 10, pull that 10. That way, I know that I can pull that 10. I'm not rolling with no 10s, and then he passing her 24 size friend off on me. No, we going out
hey, you ain't
equal.
never took one. You ain't never took one for
Oh,
the team. You ain't never took one for the team.
When I was dumb, that's why I got this standard now.
Okay, that makes sense. Salih, you ever took one for the team, bro?
Every good week, man,
I've never
has
been in
had to.
I've never been in situations like that though, because it's
Bro, I don't
different.
took
It's
one for the
different
team,
asking me
bro.
something like that because I was never a clubber or anything like that. I ain't
Yeah.
do
It could
clubs
be
and
the
stuff like
mauler.
that.
It could be
So I
he
was
trying to
never
get
in
her
those
at the
kind of
barbecue.
positions.
If you had like a homeboy clique, you could have been anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like it could
Right.
have been.
You could be anywhere. He'd be like, man, she bad. Be like, hey man,
It's
why don't you
just
go over on
hey,
her friend? They
it's
be
just
like,
it's just 3 of them, and it's you, yep, and your 2 partners, and it's 3 of them, and you know what I'm saying? Like if you don't
And
lock
what I
in,
was just
you're gonna break the whole chain. Like if you
see
don't
that?
lock in, you're gonna break the
Right.
whole chain.
I'm,
And I'm not
I'm
with
one of
that no
those.
more.
I'm one of those that'll probably break
Oh
it.
no,
So
not no more. Huh?
You would break
I'm
the
probably the
chain,
chain breaker. Yes,
and
sir.
Damn.
I,
that's why we couldn't roll
uh,
with you. So now I
I
roll
had,
with
hey,
home.
brother, hey, I'm a homebody anyway, so I'd have been fine with that. But I
And
tell you this though, that reminds me of something. My older brother, this is when I think I was in my late teens. My older brother tried that. Had this pretty woman and thought I was going, get with a friend. Her friend looked like nothing. I was like, nah, bro,
Oh
it
man.
ain't happening. It's not
Yeah, I
happening.
mean,
Period. That
if
night
it's that bad,
you let the brother
was
down. See, we don't.
ruined. And
See,
nah,
this
I
is why
get
I'm
I
rocking
get it.
Southside Dre, because we not letting the home. I'm not gonna let you. I ain't gonna be happy, but at least I'm there for my homie happy.
you know, because
He said,
Salih,
I ain't gonna be
realize that you don't have to do nothing with her. You just got to
I
keep her
just gotta
company.
keep her occupied.
You got to keep her company. That's all. You got to make, you know what I mean? You got to lock in with her just so your man, you know what I mean, can figure out what his night's supposed to look like. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like it
Or if
ain't
he
I
in the room,
would
I gotta stop you
I
from
would I
going
would
back in the room and seeing what they talking about.
I could go, I got story like I can go, but I'm not gonna do that. But
Let's go to
I got
this
some
question.
story.
yeah,
I got some stories where
because we have
yeah,
more questions.
I had some wingman that was bro. I got some wingman that was crazy, like done some stuff. I'm like, damn, that's crazy. That's some real shit. Yeah.
Right. The wildebeest.
All
And the conductor
Oh
on the
man.
Booger Bear
All right,
Tour.
next question.
it's been crazy.
Can a relationship work if you both have different religious beliefs? I know this should be very interesting for Mark, so I'm gonna let you go first, Mark.
Yeah, long as you don't put your religion on me. Long as you believe with long as I think this. I think religion is like brushing your teeth. Long as you do what works for you and don't try to tell me how to brush my teeth, I'm good. Don't I don't believe in it as much as other people do. So I mean, but I'm not gonna believe in your religion to make a relationship work. So as long as you're doing it in a self-serving way, then I think yes. But if your religion requires me to believe in your religion, then that's the end of the relationship.
I don't have nothing to add to that.
I mean, I probably like something real quick. Like, I don't know. I do feel like, and this just might be as a man, like, I don't know. But for me, I just feel like if whatever religion I believe in should be like the religion that we at least try to, you know what I mean, try to.
But what if you got it wrong?
I mean, that's for anybody.
That's part of
No,
Anybody
well,
can
life.
have
no.
their own.
It's
Well, it
rolling the
wasn't
dice,
for her.
kind of.
It wasn't for her because you like, I'm the man, babe. You got to go to church with me. And next thing you know, y'all both in hell. You made her come
No,
across.
we can't. Yeah, we can't even put it on that. Like, I'm just saying, like, just in general, like, far as our household goes, like, I don't think a person can you know what I mean, can be a Muslim and and
You
I don't know,
can.
a Jew in the same house. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I just don't
So
know.
my daughter's mother is a Christian and I'm not. So she be like, Dad, let's do Christmas for Jesus' birthday. I'm like, baby, that's now you can believe in that, or you could
Mhm.
believe that Jesus' birthday in December. But I'm not about to make you like
Yeah.
I will help you celebrate it, but I gotta give you the truth to it. So I think the thing is like, but I don't tell her not to believe. I like, hey, if you and mommy want to do that, that's cool. But over at this house, we not going to church for Jesus' birthday because somebody had to have sex.
Yeah, I just believe like I just believe that if there's one thing that a couple probably needs to find a way to be equally yoked on, it's probably religion. Like, if there's
Religion,
one thing,
is not.
you know what I mean? Like, if there's one thing,
Because of how deep it is and how much it paints the picture to everything else,
yeah,
like
we praying
that
together.
core foundation.
Yeah, we praying together. We, you know what I mean? Like, that's like a base foundation for a lot of things. I mean, yeah, it's calling what you believe, but and I know that there are people that have made it work. There's a Christian and a Muslim that's
Yeah.
made it work. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yep.
But for me, it's just like I think we need to be on the same accord for that.
And so I think for me, the way it works is I've made money my idol, so it works for most relationships.
Yeah. That's what you believe in.
I believe
I
I'm
don't think
money.
I don't think you'll have I don't think you'll have a problem connecting with somebody that don't enjoy that more.
Right there, you go.
Hey,
But
I got the same
how do
religion.
you? Yeah. Now this one is, how do you say no to someone who is interested in you, but you're not interested in them?
With a capital, I use capital letters.
Yeah, yeah. And that's a real good quick like that's a real quick like dead ass, like
Understand
that's a
it's different
real
for
good
men
one.
though.
Yeah,
It's
that's a real
different for
good.
men
But
and
for
women.
me, what I do is I just don't give I don't give them what they want. That's it. I just
Oh,
don't give
because
them. I know
they
what they
got
want.
hard to get. I answered the question. Hey, I
Which
see
is a good one. That's a good way to go about it. But for me, it's just like, and maybe I'm just looking at it from a business standpoint too. You know what I'm saying? Like, that might be what it is. It's just like, but I don't, I just don't give them what they want. Like, and they fall off. They always fall off. Like, they move
But
on every time.
and like I was saying though, we understand too that it's a lot different from coming from a man's side than it is a woman's side, because
Right.
there's very little danger to us saying no.
Now I heard a
There's some
lot of women.
dangers attached to
I
a
done
woman
had some
saying no.
stalkers after saying no, but I've got it from a woman. It's like women. I'm listening to women and dating women. They're like, "Oh, I want you to be straight up. I don't want there to be no mixed signals." Ma'am, I am not interested in you in a friendship or relationship. I don't even want you to. So what if we? What if I just no, ma'am? I don't need none of that sloppy top either. I don't want you on my block, and I won't be on yours.
Yeah. I mean, that's why, like I say, they can't, like, as a man, it's easier. Like you said, Salih, like, it's easier because ain't really nothing they can do to us. You know
You
what I'm
ain't never
saying?
had
Like,
a stalker.
Huh?
You ain't never had a stalker.
oh shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
but it not to the
A few of
violent.
them,
I'm talking
but
about the
it
violent.
ain't much they can do. I mean, they can do some things, but 9 times out of 10 ain't much they can do. So it's kind of
They
like,
they
Yeah.
can they could wrap you. They could wreck your car. They could do stuff. It's much not maybe because we think physical in our dominance, but there has been women who do stuff to do call a job,
oh yeah,
and
yeah,
Well,
absolutely.
so
yeah, you right about that, but I'm saying for the most part, especially
you
now,
physically say,
for the most part, the men are taking it overboard with not being able to handle rejection.
Is that what it is? Is that's what's going on?
Yes. Heck
nah,
yeah.
men couldn't take
Man,
rejection. They,
when you got women saying I'm not interested and bullets come flying their way, you done took it overboard.
think
You
about
ain't
the back in
bullshitting. If
the
that's
day.
what's
Okay,
happening,
so the other part is okay. It's me and my brothers. I ain't gonna disclose their name. We went to the fight night,
Jaleisha, be
and
quiet.
this girl said, my brother was like, "Hey, can I get your number? I done walked around here a couple times," and she was like, "Why don't you make it another?" And my brother cussed her out. We was 12 years old, so I think that's what. And when I'm saying he went on a 5-minute rant, so I don't think if he would have had one of them things, he would have popped off. So I
No,
think
See?
man, no, he wouldn't. He wouldn't have did
See?
I
that.
don't know
He wouldn't
people
have did
who
that.
have that attitude because women do the same thing. They get depressed and suicidal. Oh, you don't want me. I think I'll end my life. So I tell them
Well,
quit fast.
but see, that's different though, Mark. I'm talking about situations where y'all don't know each other. Y'all met for the
Mhm.
first time in a bar or something, and I don't. I would think, I would hope that a woman that doesn't know a man from Adam the first time meeting him and gets rejected, she ain't trying to take her life, and she don't even know this dude yet. I'm talking about those type of situations.
Right now, if it's fresh like that, I get it. But at the same time, I know women
Yeah,
don't.
talking about
They
fresh.
don't. I don't think they just be saying no. I'm not interested. They get to embarrassing you and doing stuff that
Who?
make you
Who
women.
do that?
Women do.
They
So
can, but
women.
it's just like, bro,
Yeah,
you got to know, like, you just.
I know, but that's what I'm
And here's
saying.
the thing, like, if you, I'm telling you, like, hey, man, I want to do a clinic because it's just certain things to look for. You ain't
I
ever got to put
agree.
yourself. You ain't ever got to put yourself out like that. Ever as a guy, you never have
You
to.
Yep.
If you can just
we
find
should
your,
do a class. We should do a
if you
class.
can just find yourself in the space to where be a little patient. You'll know if she want to rock with you. You'll know that. So now you ain't got to put yourself out there. I know rapid fire when I see it. It ain't always got to be rapid fire. So for guys, we can just be like, just man, sit still, nigga. Have a couple drinks. You know what I'm saying, and you know, feel this out a little bit before you jump all the way out there thinking she's supposed to just, you know what I mean, like rock with you. That ain't how I
Right.
go.
But see, that's what I'm saying to the
Yeah.
point of a man's shoe. It's like it. I think that comes from the way the woman responds more than just being told no. Like you out with your homies, you pull up on a girl and you say no, and she start getting the clowning you. You weekend, you ain't do this to Marcus and da 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 da. Now I think that's not the automatic response. It ain't like I hear like a whole bunch, man. She rejected me last week and I emptied out my clip. That I don't hear that. So I
Right.
think it's
Well,
very
the
situational.
the situation I saw where dude was blasting It was on video, and I can assure you, she wasn't trying to clown him or nothing. She was one of the more respectable denials I've ever seen. But maybe he wasn't all the way right too, though.
Oh, right. No, okay. Here's
and
another
sometimes they can be, you know, a little. But bro, you jumped out there, like, and that's cool. You got to know that that's a possibility for somebody to get a little bit out of hand because they being extra. But as a guy,
Yeah,
you need to know what the risks are. That's a risk.
Right, think about what happened in "Don't Be a Menace to While Drinking Your Juice in the Hood." That stuff
Yeah.
made it funny to do that to women. You know what I'm saying?
What happened in that? I mean, I seen it.
I
But
bet you better give me your
he
number.
put the gun on her or something. He was
Right,
like
he
forcing her
put-
to be with
they
him.
make it funny
Or
to
give
in
the
real
number.
life. Them the
Give the
Wayans,
number,
bro.
yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
because if you
Like them
right,
niggas is comedians.
they comedians
That
to
part.
us, but if you think about that was in the 90s, if you being funny about it in the 90s, it's
I
gonna
ain't
be
never
serious.
have y'all ever thought about like acting out of character like that for because somebody said no or whatever? No, I ain't
I have thought
ever
about
felt
that.
that. Listen,
I
you know
have
my rule of
always
thumb.
thought about
You know
that
my
out of
rule of
character.
thumb. No, you know my rule of thumb. I don't want nothing that don't want me. Nothing.
Nah,
And that's just me.
I ain't gonna.
If it don't want me, I don't want it back. That's it.
Not
Like,
the first time. Like if we was in a relationship and you don't want me no more,
I ain't talking
may
about that. No, I'm talking about like even that. No. Now, as you say that, even that, if you don't want, like, I'm telling you, I'm good. Like it is what it is.
Bruh, that's what I done had the bubbles coming out my nose when you after I done invested and you don't want me no more. Oh,
hey, my bad, man. That sounds like a troubled life.
no, it was.
Yeah,
That hurt. That's that type of shit. Probably
we
hurt.
gonna move on and we gonna help Mark off camera, but we gonna move on to the next the next question. We gonna get you right, Mark. We ain't gonna desert you. Believe that, brother.
Good.
What would you say now? What would you say to someone who has the ability to vote but doesn't agree with either candidate? This real easy for me because I'm gonna say if you have the ability to vote but you don't agree with either party, don't vote. That's just where I am.
We can move on by that one.
Yeah, that vote for me.
I don't know who said that one, but we can move on by that one.
She got deep interest. See that? See the way
What the fuck is going on in her house? Like,
cry too if he
what is happening in that household?
He gonna cry. Not bubbles.
They got small problems. They can't agree on Biden or Trump right now. Like that's what they gonna. That's tough.
Okay. Here's another one. Do you think that the government is going in the right direction to benefit the people of the country?
I'm done again.
If you think I think the government, you already knew that. You already knew the answer. You knew the answer. You start. Do you think the government? Because you didn't think the government. You wanted to see if we thought the government.
Hey, so Lee, you got to get rid of some of these because ain't even
We'll just get through quickly. We'll just get through those quickly. But I'm gonna answer that one though. Do I think the government is going in the right direction to benefit the people? Well, for one, I don't think the government was ever in place to benefit the people. So I don't think that that answer will ever be yes. Because that's not what it was created for.
That's tough.
That's not what it was created for.
That's a deep, like that's a super.
You learned that in social studies.
Yeah, that's a super deep question. Like at the point, it's like shit. We got to go into something that, that's deep.
Right.
You know,
I now got to
politics.
The next one may be deep too, because it's attached to the government a little bit.
Okay.
In your opinion, do you think gun control laws and regulations should be changed? No, I love my guns, but I'll say the only thing that I think should be in place, and I'm not sure if it would help a whole lot, but the only thing I always think about is I think that before you are allowed to purchase a gun, they should do some kind of psych test on people. Because I think just not having a criminal record and being of age is not enough. Because it's a lot of jokers that do a whole lot of stuff and just never get caught. So I think there should be some kind of psych evaluations going on.
Personally, I one, yes, the gun controls are out of pocket. I think there should be a limited number of bullets. I think there should be gun insurance. I think there should be accidental death insurance. I think there should be. I think like Dave Chappelle said, where it's buckshot, duck shot. There's so many things that could go into gun control. We do these exact same things when we mandate driving responsibilities. We do more screening to buy a house, which is to protect life, than we do for a gun, which is going to take life. So I think there are
That's
certain
facts.
things that we should do that could mandate it. And anybody who has seen the amount of mass shootings in schools who doesn't think I don't think then that person probably doesn't want to tell the truth on today's panel.
Hey,
We
What
definitely
you
need.
think, Trey?
I accept all answers that have been given by you two. I want to get to something. Something else. I respect
Yeah,
the
you
answers. Okay, for sure.
okay.
I'm gonna keep my
Oh,
gun though.
here's
Here's what it
No, keep your
yeah.
gun,
Oh
but
yeah,
there should be
I ain't getting rid of that.
yeah, you
Here's
should be able, there should be some because the other part is you give African Americans felonies so they can't get guns.
is.
So that way when you enact your plan, you're counting on the number of people who can't. So I just don't think they're
Yeah,
fair on the other side.
you already know they ain't. Like, that's what it is.
But I'm gonna
yeah,
get one
but
anyway.
well, I was gonna say something, but I'm gonna leave that to myself.
Don't
This
you?
one is kind of under the umbrella of government as well. Do you agree that there should be more emphasis on the rehabilitation of criminals versus punishing criminals? I think it depends on the crime. Because there are certain crimes that I believe rehabilitation is needed and one can be rehabilitated. And there are those crimes where, buddy, I don't know really what you're gonna rehabilitate when someone, let's say, slaughters their entire family or something like that. I mean, what kind of rehabilitation are you giving this cat? There should be some punishment in line with stuff like that, or doing things to children, uh destroying innocent people. And there are certain things where there has to be a form of punishment. And that's not to say that while they're being punished, that there can't be some kind of rehabilitation. But I don't want to get it confused with thinking, okay, just because you give somebody some rehabilitation, then now they can become uh
bro. Let
parts
me
of
let me
society.
let me step in a quick second. These cannot be the questions that women wanted us to answer tonight.
Well, see, it's women and men now. It's women
Oh,
and men that have questions. Yeah.
okay,
Yeah,
okay.
it
I'm like,
wasn't just strictly for women.
because we talking about like criminal.
But that one did come from a woman though.
It did.
So I have an
Yeah.
answer to that, and I have two felonies, and I have
Yeah, we
navigated.
know you. We know you got some felonies.
But
You
here's my
you'll get somebody up off of here in a minute.
Yeah.
my real answer is this. I don't think we need to focus on rehabilitation as much as we need to focus on prevention. And the reason why I say that is if you started seeing people getting 5 years for texting while driving, the number of people who are texting and driving would significantly drop. And so the thing is, because we give these little bitty, oh, I got away with it. There's a line that says, here's the standard and here's the deviation. And by the time the deviation happens, you're used to it. You're used to texting and driving. But if you knew that if you got caught texting and driving, you would not be able to beat the case. You would automatically go to jail for 5 years. You would not do it. And so I think the thing is not necessarily the reform in the person who's the criminal, but let's actually penalize people to a point where you can't get a loophole and get out of it. You actually have to do it. And I think that would make us reform in ourselves.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I agree with you on that.
I didn't sell
So
drugs a long time when I found out people was getting 25 for a dime bag. Is
yeah,
okay, it's time. That that's a
yeah,
lot. It's a lot for dime bag, and so it's stuff like that. I think knowing, I think educating people on the law would also stop reform. If you knew, you like, oh, I didn't know. Well, then you get in court, and then ignorance is no defense against the laws. You still got to go to jail. If you start educating people in 10th grade, 11th grade, if we start giving insurance classes, if we start doing law classes, giving people and tax classes, then you would get better citizens. So by keeping people uninformed and then punishing them at the end, and then now that you're in a situation, I remember my license was suspended. I still got to get to work. So what I got to do, I got to be a more cautious suspended licensed driver. So it is, but if you give me the information prior to this and give me help prior to this, we don't. You laws just make better criminals. So eliminate it by telling everybody the laws up front. If they right now, instead of having some of these public estate union addresses, if they come out and say, hey, the new law in your city is if got your pants sagging low and blah blah blah, and somebody complains, that's going to be an indecent exposure charge. How many guys would pull up their pants?
yeah, yeah.
I reckon. Oh, what are your what are your thoughts? What 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 are your thoughts on beauty enhancements when it comes to men and women?
I'm
And they're talking about the lashes, the BBLs, toupees, fake beards, the whole nine. What are your thoughts on the beauty enhancements?
whatever you need,
My
Blade.
thoughts is let me jump in the water first. My thoughts is the majority of the time, from what I see, and this is just my personal opinion, I don't think a lot of these enhancements are actually enhancing the beauty. That's just me.
I
when it
mean,
comes to the makeup and the hair and the fake beards and the toupees, I understand that. I understand sometimes you ain't ready to let it go. You ain't, you struggling with something. I think if it is just an enhancement from what you are deficient, when it becomes a reliant, that's when I have a problem. If you need makeup to feel good about yourself, it's time to sit on the couch.
yeah, I'm kind of cool on that shit at this point. Like they don't mess the game up now. Like I look back, I started watching some of the old shows we was watching when we was 20s, even before a little bit before that, and we didn't see like all of this extra stuff. So now it's like it don't really make sense to us, but it makes sense to somebody. And I honestly, I'll be looking at shit like a lot of the females, like they just they looked at the opinions of squares, or what I'm saying, like
Of
maybe
thirst.
dudes with money, like what I'm saying, like, but not like guys that was on the ground. We never gave approval for a lot of this stuff that go on when it comes to like the BBLs and stuff like that. Like I've always been an advocate of, look, you can wear makeup, but just shit, everything you do as a woman, to me, I just want it to look natural. Like I ain't saying you can't do anything to enhance yourself, but at least when it start looking unnatural, yeah, I'm out. Like you count me out from that.
And that, and see, to what you just said, Dre, because Danny Girl uh, said so. I think she's saying, so what do you think it's doing? From when I said it's not enhancing the beauty, mainly for me, and it goes to what you're saying. I feel like when when it's quote unquote overboard what it's doing is exposing the interior.
Right. It's making people know you're
Exposing, yeah, it's exposing how the person feels about themselves and how they feel the world views them. And I'm not. Let me be clear too. I'm not talking about uh regular makeup or nothing like that. I'm talking about I've seen some guys. There was a video I saw on, I think it was TikTok yesterday, with this guy putting his beard on. Now I saw the dude before he put the beard on and after he put the beard on. Before he put the beard on, he was a regular looking cat. After he put the beard on, he looked like a doggone clown. And so that's what I
a
mean when
unit.
I say it's not enhancing the beauty.
It was a unit.
right. If I was
This
losing
thing
all this
here,
right here, if I lost all this right here and I had to put something in the middle, bruh, y'all please tell. First of all, it takes a level of confidence to lose this and keep it. You know what I'm saying? That
yes,
is, you
I
got to
agree.
be, you got to be
I
bold. You
agree.
got to, when your hair start and you leave this right here. So the thing is, one, I understand you doing whatever you got to do to fill that void. Sometimes when I start losing my hair, bruh, man, I would first of all I was 17. So I really wasn't.
Yeah, that's
I,
tough.
it's tough.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's
wasn't
tough.
ready. But the other part is, but I wasn't also. It's something you got to learn to embrace. So I think the other
Yeah.
part
yeah.
is
It's easier though. It's easier though, bro. It's easier for us, of course, right?
no,
Yes.
it's
for
not.
guys.
I know. I see a lot of men. I see a lot of men struggle
Yeah,
with losing.
but it's still got to
But
be
listen to this.
easier.
I cut
But
my
the
beard
majority
down
don't.
low, so because I don't look like y'all when my shit grows.
Yeah, but you still all right though. Like you still feel
Yeah,
all
because
right.
I got it low. When you
Yeah,
grow it
when
up and I'm trying to look like you and they call me patches,
mm,
that made me go on
bro,
like some of
look,
this shit.
I feel
She
you. Listen. I feel you.
I'm
Hey,
not
bro,
laughing at you more.
ain't nothing perfect about none of us. So at the end of the day,
That's
it's
right.
like, man, you got to embrace what you got. Like that's what
listen,
it is. It is what it is. And
Ray,
you can. And I'm not saying that you can't find little things that just you can't quite get over and be like, if you can get that procedure or whatever to whiten your teeth, you know what I'm saying, like do that or straighten whatever the fuck it is. But for me, it's just like as guys, we don't have as hard of a time because
that's
we're not
not true.
judged. No, we're not judged as
I
highly
agree, Dre.
as women
Yeah,
when it comes
we're
to
not
the
judged
look.
the same.
We're not
It
judged the same
depends.
way, bro.
I was at a club in Orlando and I was hollering at this girl trying to grow the beard thing, and the music cut
Back
off,
on
and she
that.
said, "You look like you got human mange," and everybody in the club
Wait,
heard it.
you said what?
You look like you got human mange in your beard because it wouldn't connect.
Look, bro, that's a
See,
one-off. She
it
was already on you like that in a
Yeah,
weird way. Like if we
right, but
being
that's what
real,
I'm
yeah.
saying.
Most
So
women ain't gonna do that.
that's
it
you got to think
depends
about how many
on
times
your
is something like
community.
that. How many times is something like that gonna happen though? Too, like, she was already
Yeah,
trying to be that. Whatever that is, she was trying to be
Sometimes do
that.
women feel the need to, and this is the thing. That's what I'm saying. It depends on you because
Mhm.
women also feel the need to clown. So here's the thing: women
All
who
right.
have people who have been bullied feel the need to bully. So I just think, for a certain degree, if your insecurity comes out of bullying, then I understand you holding on to it till you get the mental help that you need to feel secure. But if yours comes out of laziness and you just don't want to do the work, then I don't agree with you at all.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at on it. If you got to do it to help you cope with something you losing or trying to learn to do better, I understand that. But if you just don't want to go to the gym and you getting BBLs and you don't want to put the avocado oil and peppermint on your beard, then no, I don't understand I don't understand resorting to medical assistance until you've exhausted all natural options.
Yeah.
that's
I
fair.
mean, for me,
Um,
I'm really big on the natural, but at the end of the day, as long as it just look natural, that's all. Once you fall out of that realm of naturalness, it's like I don't know. I'm
Right.
not
Ain't
really.
nobody got time for to be hat fished.
Yeah, I don't. If y'all look at you and you got a
hey,
couple sets of
that's
shoulders, I'm good.
that's a real thing now. Doggone, the women get beard fished and hat fished. That's a real thing.
That's what they say.
You
Yeah.
don't make me hop after you. I'm gonna get you
I'm
sucker,
gonna get
baby.
you sucker. Yep. That's real shit.
This next one, what are some things that women may not realize that make them approachable?
Tough. I don't nothing make a woman. Don't nothing really make a woman unapproachable for me. I mean, it's gotta be specific to me. Like I don't know. Like you unapproachable. I don't. Okay. I know. I got an example. When a woman deliberately acts, with an attitude, and I'll give an example. Like you cross paths with a woman and she got to put on this act, like, it's like, hey, you be better off with me smiling at me. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't all that other antics and all that shit. It's like that ain't gonna work with me. Like you smile. You know what I'm saying? I like good vibrations. None of that. Whatever that was that you tried to give me is like, yeah, all right, well, we gonna move on. I like good vibrations. So just smile. Like make me feel like it's a good time versus this. You're gonna be a problem. Like especially first off, like that. Yeah, I'm not with that. I mean,
Well, for
What do you
me,
think,
your loudness, your outfit, your size, how you treating the people around you. Those things to me make you and the clothes you wear. I mean, if you dress like you could be a regular amazing lady, but if you dressed a certain way, or if you giving the surfer the once up and once down, or you out with your girls and you all of that make me be like, you know what, she was cute. Or if she be like, girl, I'm just waiting on this. Just sometimes that be public behavior is to me, because I'm a go with the flow, kind of fit in kind of person in public. Now, when I get to know you, we can cut up and we ain't trying to impress nobody. But if you out by yourself or with your girls and you just Tiffany Haddish in this boy all the way up, no, I can't.
Yeah.
You single. Oh, she must has a boyfriend if she's gonna act like that. She must be totally married.
Yeah, I just don't vibe with it. That's just me. Like I just don't vibe with it. It's like I like cool people. I like
right.
So
you got to be chill in public. Like or even if you don't enjoy it and you pretending you enjoy it, that's fair. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you ain't rocking with the ballet, be like, it was nice. It ain't me, but it was nice. Oh, why you bring me to this bullshit? No. I can't say
room
nothing.
wrong. Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, I don't have much to add to that. Y'all pretty spot on. I'll say anything that disrupts the positive energy that I try to bring with myself. That's what makes them unapproachable. All right. Let me see. Why do women seem to always get attached to men that are no good for them?
Because they picked the no good dude to attach themselves with.
Do they know that going in though?
Yes. Some of the worst women I know got the best cook at. I knew it. She didn't have
You
a
say some of
job.
the worst women?
Some of the work, she ain't have a job. She could always be with me. She was always blowing up my phone. Later, when I decided to try to make it work, and then I'm like, man, you too clingy. I knew that going in. I'm just. She always needed to borrow some money. She needed some help with this. She was telling me about how her and her dad didn't get along, and how her and her kids' fathers don't get along. And I'm attempt to be captain. Look up in the fly. It's a bird. It's a plane. What's the main name? I was trying to save her, and this is what you get. I knew it. So women know he's sleeping on his mama couch. Him and his daughter's mama don't worry about it. The law done been on his ass all week, man, and they got me up at this job talking to me like this, and you still in his corner, sweetie. You know, you know, in about 11 more months, y'all finna 12 months later. You know,
somebody
y'all.
said somebody said they take their strongest gain to the weakest woman.
Yeah.
Damn. Like Danny Girl 28 say that they say they take their strongest gain to the weakest woman. That's crazy. Yeah, that's wild.
But women take their weakest game to I think women be in the barrel too. No lie. They be getting these Build-A-Bear dudes, and then they want to blame the next dude on the Build-A-Bear dude. Oh, I can't trust no man. Of course you can't trust no man who done got a bank account and can't get nothing because of check systems. If check systems don't trust them, neither should you. But now here it is.
That's a big point.
Right.
That's a big point. That's a big point. Like at the end of the day, but I think women be kind of varying off that traditional roadmap. You know what I'm saying? Like they feel there's certain things that they feel, and then there's certain things that they think like, okay, this is the right thing to do, but they feel a certain thing too, and it contradicts a lot of times because it's like, yeah, you know better than to go off with that. Like shit, I've been a nigga that they knew better than to go off with.
Right. She can't never visit his house, and then 16 months into the relationship, she found out he was married. You did nothing inside of you said go by his house. Nothing. Is.
And it's times when you can be. It's times where you can be completely the provider of truth. It won't matter. Like it's like it don't matter. Like if there's something she want to believe, that's exactly what she gonna believe because she like you that motherfucking much.
Women will lie to themselves in order to be with you.
Yeah, so, like you trying to figure out a way to make the truth be what's the highest standard. It's like it don't matter. Like she gonna believe what she want to believe, so she gonna move how she want to move. I call it? I call it making executive decisions because sometimes I have to do those a lot. I have to make executive decisions. I have to say I'm gonna do this because it's best for you and me at the end of the day. But
Dre, don't tell me what's good for me. I'll make the decision.
Yeah,
I want to give you $1,500 and pay your rent. It's on me.
No, it's I gotta let it ride because it's not gonna be beneficial to you.
Get the younger me. My cash app is.
Yeah, and that's what it is.
Sometimes delusions paint the prettiest pictures.
They do. It's fun.
And that's what it's like old boy said, what was old boy on the Matrix when he said ignorance is bliss?
Yeah. He got a lot of fun because he ain't with his wife. That ought to be key.
You gotta be willing though. You really do have to be willing to be that sacrifice and say, like for real, it's an executive decision. Like I know like it's selfish of me to go down that road. Like I know I'm gonna win, but you're not gonna win. You're not even gonna win from this shit. So at the end of the day, like you need to go on that way.
You're not even gonna come close getting what you thought you wanted.
You need to go on that way. Yeah.
My dad used to tell me, he said there are nutritional men and there are dessert men. And I am dessert. Ain't nothing healthy over here.
And it ain't changing for him. It ain't changing for him. He knows who he is. And at the end of the day, he has a role to serve within, you know what I mean? Like that's what he do.
Right. And we call it toxicity, whatever, but you know who you men, I think women know if women know if they got a dessert dude, and they know if they got a nutritional guy. Yeah, because a nutritional is green vegetables, fish, you brown rice. You like, oh, that ain't. But you take me to cheesecake for a double velvet cheesecake, some shrimp scampi, and and we got to do it at exactly 9:30. That right there is exciting. You, I can't meet you, but between the hours of 1 and 4 a.m. That's
Yeah,
exciting, bro. It's mystery over there, right? Mystery is like mistress.
yeah,
You don't put the rest of the letters in your spelling.
yeah. There's a lack of care.
It's
There's definitely a lack of care. I mean, but what can we expect? Like, what can we truthfully expect when we know already that women are emotional creatures? We know that, and we gonna get that up. So it's like when they locked in to certain things that they feel, ain't nothing you gonna do. Like, you have to make executive decisions. You have to be like, damn, and sometimes you miss them. Sometimes you miss them, and you gotta correct them because you like, damn, this one, she don't feel all the way. You know what I mean? I tried to,
Told you I
be-
ain't for falling, and you falling. What is you doing?
yeah,
Stand up.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You did everything you could do, and it's like it still went away, and it's like, well, damn, now, okay, well,
You could treat them bad. You. This is
it
what I'm
won't
saying.
matter.
Women know they getting the food. He done treated her all the way bad, and she like, no, girl, you
Mhm.
love
It won't
abounds.
matter.
Love feel no. At
It
some
won't
point,
matter if it's that right nigga. It won't even. It don't matter. Like she don't
right,
fail for that until it's her time to say I'm good now. You know what I'm saying? Like
right.
you
Until
did.
the magnetism is gone, until
Yeah,
the magnetism is gone,
it's
she
gonna
is.
be what it is.
But she
and
knows
that has to be a personal decision
it's a personal
because
decision.
You
ain't
can try to help her.
nothing.
You can try to help her. That's all I can do is like try to help her. Like,
Yeah,
damn, because you realize it. Like, damn, I ain't mean for it to get here either. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, now she's suffering. You know what I'm saying? So let me see if I can help her out. But
you start telling truth that she should have known day one. You start to
yeah,
like, yeah, I got a wife and a baby on the way. I ain't,
you already said all that.
but maybe,
Like you,
maybe it won't work out. Maybe God was sending it. Baby, I don't even go to church, so it can't be God. This is all the devil.
you said all that. You told him like specifically. You said that, and it didn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like it didn't matter.
It didn't hurt him at all. She was not even phased.
Nope.
And you turned her best
we
friend.
got. Dang, you done threw the best friend in there. We got we Danny girl said, and she put all her eggs in one basket. We have
Literally.
literally about about 15 more questions here, but I'm only going to ask one.
All right.
I'm gonna ask one, and we'll save the rest of them for the next time we get on here because it was literally almost 60 some odd questions, y'all, and we only got through less than 20 of them, and
I
we'd have
believe
been
it.
on an hour and a half.
I
So
believe it.
this one here, now this came from a gentleman. He said, I know that there are some horrible baby daddies that we can blast, and they often get blasted. But why don't we blast horrible baby mothers? How you
Okay.
doing, Vaughn? Vaughn just tapped in.
What's up,
Who
Vaughn?
want to take that question first?
I'll take it because I got two horrible baby mamas. And
No, don't do that.
no, we
Don't.
telling the truth. We gonna set them
I mean,
free.
yeah, we gonna do
Hey,
that.
oh
But
yeah,
damn, don't do that. But hey,
That-
do that if you gotta
yeah.
do that.
You'll be able to watch the whole thing when it's over, Vaughn. It'll be on
so
YouTube.
I think the thing is we do that. We
Mhm.
there is a level of men being honest, but for the longest time men have not been believed emotionally. We have been, or between the emotional not being believed or the nobility of not fighting back until you have to fight back your stories not believed. So like she blasting you, she doing stuff, and then you're like, I ain't gonna respond. Every man is told to walk away and do this, and then you finally defend yourself and like, well, but she slept with this person and she was doing this and doing that. So I think men are doing it. I think the two things is one, we do it late out of nobility and respect for that's our baby mama and stuff like that. And two, or if we do it, women have a code where they just don't believe women can't do no wrong. Like, oh, if you weren't working, I would do that. Like, but I was working. I think the leaving the information out of the story and telling the story late. She done left the information out the story. She done ran to the cops and said, "Oh, he didn't do this," or he's not taking care of the kids. Now, what she hasn't said is she done locked him out the house all week. She was sleeping with the best friend, and she won't let him see the baby.
Damn.
So now he's all of these stuff. He's doing it now out of nobility. We the boys tell him, man, walk away. You could get another girl, man. Don't put her out there like that. That you gotta respect her. That's the mother of your child. And we
Yeah.
tell him to bite that until now. By the time he tell that story, it's like, oh, you just saying it just because you want to get at her. I got a friend who's going through that right now on a TV show. This dude has had evidence, and people just rolled him down. And so now it's like when he come out and say it, they like, oh, that ain't true. And so I think the nobility of men trying to protect women and being chivalrous and protect them has caused us not to believe him. And the code of making women these damsels in distress and these vulnerable, meek, unsavage
That's
creatures.
Meek is a big one. Meek.
Right.
Yeah. They ain't meek. And they'll tell you they ain't meek. They'll tell you
They
that.
and
They'll
and
tell
and
you
they
that.
going at you. They cutthroat, and
Oh yeah.
nobody believes them until you got this. You got a recording. You show them, and then they're like, "Oh my god, she was doing what?" So I think men are doing it. It's just the 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 believability isn't on our side.
Yeah. I'll say this, man. Like I'll say this, man. Like, and this might be a little bit high level, a little bit, but hey, some women have hit the husband boyfriend lottery, right? So it's like they have guys who will morph into whatever they want them to be, like what she wants them to be. They have guys that will morph into whatever it is that she wants them to be, right? So this this type of guy, he'll always lean to her understanding. Like so whatever it is that she wants, that's what he's gonna make himself. Like whatever it is, at no cost to him that he believes. So and I even speak on this from the standpoint of look, I don't have no issue with Russell Wilson or anybody for that matter. I just need people to understand that there are different types of guys. That's not the only type of guy. He's a type of guy. And
Yeah.
he'll relinquish to whatever it is that she needs him to be, because that's where the value is for those guys. But also she will not hesitate to humiliate that dude in private or in public. I've seen it with my own eyes with personal people, like in situations where you're like something happens and you like, damn, in your mind, like you're like, damn, she really said that. Like I'm trying to take up for my partner. Like it's like even if I don't know him like that, it's like, bro, you ain't gotta take that shit. Like she ain't gotta say certain things to humiliate you. You know what I'm saying? So that happens amongst us, like that, and that's happening like more and more these days. So I look at it like, okay, it could be a husband, and this guy don't have no like. Really, these guys have like little pulses. Like they don't have no say. They don't have no, you know what I mean. And that's what the woman likes from them, and that's cool. I'm not saying that it's not okay, but for me, all I'm saying is that's not the only kind of guy. Like there are different type of dudes that ain't finna. I'm not finna. Me, I'm not doing that. Like I don't care what's going on. Like you won't be able to humiliate me in public and I'm okay with it. That's never gonna happen. So that's just kind of the way it goes in today's society. You see a lot of guys, it's kind of like, they just take it. But keep in mind that they're just different kind of dudes, and everybody ain't gonna be like that guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I respect that guy because he's trying to figure out how it works for him, but that ain't my way. That's how I look at it.
I feel you, and I'm not gonna add my 3.5 cents to that one. You,
Please, I
we,
wish you would.
Yeah, come on. We didn't come here for no honest.
I wish you would.
but because it's gonna go down a rabbit hole. 'Cause we discussed it a little bit on your Ray. But I'll say in a quick answer, I think that men don't bash baby mothers as much as baby mothers bash baby fathers is because a lot of the hurt and anger and disgust and stuff that comes from the woman's side, I don't think men carry a lot of that. So it's easy for us not to go on a bashing spree with them because it's pretty much, oh, okay, yeah, you are what you are. What am I gonna do about my child? When can I pick up my child? Or I'm gonna do this with my child. The focus is different because you have some situations where a lot of these mothers kind of still want to hold on to these guys a little bit. Or you have to where the fathers have done them so dirty to where there's a hurt, there's a anger, there's a I know you not out here living your best life when you've done A, B, and C to me. You don't do this, you don't do that. So there's a it's almost like if you got a rock and a stick and a sword there, but you got a lion coming at you, which one you gonna pick up? You gonna pick up the one that better serves you. So if they don't have if they don't have many things to choose from as far as getting their quote unquote get back or something, what are they gonna use? They're gonna use words. They're gonna okay, well, I can say this to emasculate you or to make you feel low and da da da. The majority of the time, they're either coming from a honest place or a hurt place. And if they're coming from an honest place, most in my experience, and you guys can speak on this, in my experience, most women that have honest things to say about the father of their children that may not be favorable, they normally keep it to themselves. The ones that normally blast it out to everybody, it's a hurt. It's a hurt, they're disgust that they have for the person. Because those women that may have a deadbeat, you know, father, their child, the dad just wants nothing to do with them and stuff like that. If they're handling their business, you rarely hear about what that guy's not doing. If they have their own thing going on, if they just accepted, okay, yeah, you might be sorry, but guess what? My child gonna have the best of the best as far as from an emotional standpoint and other areas. I'm gonna take care of what I gotta take. They don't have the time to bash.
Right. So in the vein of that, I think a couple reasons why men don't respond. One, if it's true, ain't no need for me to respond. Number one, if it's true, ain't no respond. Number two, if I'm being more emotionally mature than you, ain't no need to respond. Then the other part is if I've done it, ain't or if a woman is bashing me and it's not true, I'm gonna just let you look like the fool. So ain't no need to respond. So I think in all of this, here's the thing: while women may be more emotional, men are more emotional mature than a lot of women in the sense of how to execute their feelings. They not may not be as intelligent as on knowing what it means, or whether I'm embarrassed or whether I'm mad, or whether I'm, feel depression or whatever. But I think men often have a better execution on, because we know right now a woman could cuss us out and we could say some very hurtful things. And the thing is, I think more men listen to that. If you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all, than women do. Because the truth of us is, we have some women in some situations like, I ain't never heard, I ain't had no good. Well, baby, if I had to be honest, if I could, but we don't want to do that. We are more emotionally sound about what verbal communication does to people's self-esteem and the lasting effects than women are. I think we don't respond as much because we're just that much of the shit. We cool like that.
Yeah, it don't mean. I mean, I don't think it means as much. You know, I mean, fairly so. It don't mean as much to us, but I mean, it's gonna break down the way it breaks down. We gonna get what we get out of it.
See, look at Dre right here. Dre is doing it. Dre got some stuff he can say, be like, nah, it's just ain't. You can see it.
Hey man,
hey, that's why I say I could have went down a whole rabbit hole, but
you can see a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. It's true.
But I'll say, this was entertaining. Now the next one we do, fellas, is gonna be a lot more entertaining than this, because I put some chains on a lot of these doggone questions. Oh, there was some in here, brother. The way y'all saw me before we went live, it's gonna be one of those type situations where it needs to be some doggone red light special.
I'm gonna bring some questions. I'm gonna bring a few questions. Hell, that might be my questions.
There you go.
I want to know the answer to some of these questions personally. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah.
Yeah. And Mark will bring some questions with him next time too, though. But we gonna go on and rock out like that, fellas. I appreciate y'all. Y'all know how it's always a great time. See, Dre, we getting off at the perfect time anyway. You still got business going on and stuff like that.
They're not giving up.
But but I'll be hitting y'all though, man. I'm gonna read one more comment that just came in, and then we're gonna knock on out of here. King P said it's not looked upon favorably for a man to go in like a woman would. That's facts. It's never going to be looked at in a good light, when men are doing that.
Now that Kevin Samuels is gone, especially.
Yeah.
Well, hey, you see the heat he got.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this before we ride though. Like, I thought about this I don't know where I was, but I was like, damn. I was like, and I hate to say this, but I was like, bruh. I mean, Kevin Samuels was on his shit, but he didn't do something right because he was too young to be up out of here like that. You know what I'm saying,
bro?
Like,
yeah,
something didn't hit
all
right.
the celebrities that have gone, real, that's not going too soon.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like, damn, like what the fuck was going on with bro? Like, you know what I mean? Like, up out of here. Like,
and that goes into something else that you've even talked about before, Dre, about us when it comes to our health. Yeah. We have to stay on top of that.
Be careful, man.
To stay on top of that.
Yeah, be careful. I mean, it is hard for everybody, but as black men, we gotta be careful with that shit because I don't know what the fuck went on with bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I look at it. Like, damn.
See, and that goes back to that government question. I think when it comes to waking up, every person who has tried to wake up the community, something happens.
Yeah. So let's do our best job at not giving them shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So when they tell my story, they're gonna be like, they're gonna have a heart, they're gonna stumble over some shit like this. Yeah, that motherfucker he had a swimmer's lung. You know what I mean?
You will get the Dr. Zebby.
Like, what the fuck was wrong? Like we rock. Like I want y'all niggas to ride for me. Like I want y'all to be like this
Oh,
motherfucker
we
right
got
here, dog. Like nah,
Right. Now, if
we
you was
doing
ugly, I wasn't gonna do it. But since you
there you
all right,
go. Hey,
you don't have no ugly people around, Mark. Bro.
you're right.
You don't
Like
deal
he
with
was
none
a
of that shit.
good fella. I don't know what they did to him. If he died of depression.
And move on.
keep it moving.
That's what it is.
All right, fellas.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll be hitting y'all up, about
Thanks.
checking your schedules and stuff like that.
Oh, that's what's up.
But I appreciate you, everybody that was watching on Facebook and YouTube. I appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Please spread the word. If you watching and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. What's going on, Cuzzo? You got here at the end, but I'm glad you made it. Yeah, spread the word and continue to support. I think the last time I was on, I think it's been about a month, but I got a lot of stuff in store. Didn't mean to take that much time off, but it is what it is. Sometimes the rest is needed. You guys have a beautiful
Bro, this shit
rest
tough,
of
bro.
your week.
Yeah, this shit tough, bro. Like,
Yeah,
they need to
yeah,
know.
it
They
is.
need to know that this shit
Yeah,
ain't easy to create.
it's not easy
Bro.
at
Create
all.
is
Listen
not
to y'all
fucking easy.
responses, dealing
Yeah.
with life, trying not to take somebody else's stuff. It's a lot to be a content.
It's a lot, bro. Like for real.
And
Like,
and y'all,
nobody
if y'all
understands.
haven't, if you guys haven't already subscribed to Man Cave Podcast, go check that out. 'Cause that's fire too. And
Yeah.
what is it, Mark? Brown Roots?
The Brown Rouge. You know what?
Brown
Real
Roots
quick,
Podcast.
the other thing is this: for y'all who watching, y'all gotta stay watching. Y'all gotta stay pumped because when you put out an episode and 1 week you got 13 listens or 30 listens, and the next week you ain't got none. We do this for y'all to engage with us. So while we resting, would y'all keep us energized and keep us uplifted? Now I can understand the pastor said keep the pastor encouraged because
it's free, but it's free. But now time ain't free, but it's still just time. It ain't like ain't nobody asking if you. I mean, specifically for you, be like, hey, give me some money. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, it ain't like if you want to give some money, that's cool. But we just really, if you can get some viewership, some followers, some likes, some comments, any interaction is good for any of these platforms. Yeah,
it makes you feel good to read hey,
Yeah.
I enjoyed your last show, or such and such shared your video, or just whatever. And I'm saying it's as much as it is about us, we're doing this thinking, man, somebody else out here thinks like me, or somebody else didn't know this, or I'm gonna share it. And you got to understand, podcasting or this in itself is a level of vulnerability to think my opinion matters so much to Stacy or the Danny girl or the Salid or the Dre to say, hey, I want him to come and hang out with us and tell your truth and know that my truth is going to be different. And if you think it's different, come on back and listen again. Tell people to come listen.
And Dre knows too better than anyone. I did not realize. I mean, cause we all have platforms, so we all have invested in ourselves. But I didn't know how high those investments could go until doggone Dre. I start seeing some of the way Dre got his stuff set up. I was like, oh my good gosh, boy. But yeah, it's a unique space to be in.
Yeah, it's an investment, and we should, we gonna have to be able to really to lock in with the folks that's keeping it a beam with us, because it's all types of shit out there. All types. Like it ain't even got to be real no more. It ain't got to be nothing. It can just be something somebody completely made up
and made it look. Y'all giving us a beam, and we giving y'all their other beam back. That's the difference. That's what I think Dre is saying. It's one thing to be, following somebody who's famous or somebody, but we keep it from our personal, like I don't have a lot of baby mamas. I got two. So when I give you my experience, I'm giving it to you from the twos, not from the Right. You
You
relate
can
to it.
relate.
When I tell you I can't lose $100,000 out of my bank account, I can't.
You mean that? You mean that?
Oh
Yeah,
God, I'm standing on business.
you
I
mean
throw
that.
my hat.
Yeah. And on that note, though, y'all, we truly appreciate you. I know
Absolutely.
it means a lot to me when I see that first watcher
Yeah.
come on. So we don't take anything for granted. We do this for more than just us. I mean, 'cause we could sit and talk to ourselves if that was the case. What we try to do is inform, we try to educate, we try to bridge the gap between men and women, help men understand women better, help women understand men better, and we try our very best to create a solid platform and foundation for our youth. And one of the questions I had was about the youth, but I'm not going to get into that right now. I appreciate y'all, brothers. I love you dearly. Love everybody watching. Continue to support. Continue to be the best that you can be. Have a wonderful rest of your week. If you're going out to get lit over the weekend, please, please, please be safe so we can talk again on next week.
I'm gonna
All right,
try.
y'all. Appreciate it.
I'm gonna try. All right, y'all boys be good, bro.
All right.
All right, bro. Have a good
Yeah.
one.